Hello, gardeners. It's February 2nd and spring is a couple of months away. The big box stores started to bring their fruit trees, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be getting your bare fruit trees from your online nursery. And I wanted to make a quick video so I can probably help you in choosing your next fruit tree. My husband and I started transforming this backyard into an edible landscape, so we had learned a little bit. There's a lot of mistakes that we have made along the way in choosing our fruit trees. Some of the mistakes that we have made is choosing fruit trees that are very popular and they are not so good. So what we decided is that we're gonna make some research first before we buy our next tree. A couple of trees that I regret buying here, if you've seen my videos before, is the jujube, because even though the flavor is, in my opinion, it tastes better than an apple, but the skin in one of them, I cannot remember the variety, is very hard. It tastes it's kind of like a plastic. So I did not like that. So if I will go back in time, I will choose just one variety. Another thing that you can take into consideration is, you can see that tree over there is an apple tree, and it's a 4-in-1. So if you have a small space, that's something that you can consider in buying a tree that they grafted 4 different types. That means that you can have save space in your backyard, or also have just not one variety. Another another thing that you must take into consideration is that, like many trees like nectarines, peaches, cherries, apples, and so many, they don't grow well in every zone. Like some of them need several chill hours. So we're able to grow some here, but like I said, California cannot grow the same varieties that we grow here. And we cannot grow lemons here, at least not outside in the backyard, unless you have them covered. So you had to check for chill hours. Another thing that you should take into consideration before buying a fruit tree is disease resistance. If I will go back in time, I will check in every single tree we got, because I found out later that, let's say we got a red delicious apple, and we had issues with some fungus and other things. And then we find out that the Liberty apple is more disease resistant. So you have to just look, check the, also check the pollination chart, check that if it's a dwarf variety. Like I said, we had the Liberty tree, but that we bought it about a year after we brought our other apple. So that's something that you should just do your research, because not only it will be easier on you, but it is a lot of it is a lot of time to grow your own fruit, your own food. So if you grow the wrong tree, then you're wasting your time, your energy, and space in your backyard, and headaches. So if you choose a variety that is more disease resistant, you're doing yourself a favor, and you're saving yourself some time. Another thing that I will encourage you to do is that if you have a local nursery that holds festivals, if you have time to visit it, in that way you can try many of their items they have there, many of the fruits. That's what we did with a local nursery we have here. It's a couple of hours away, but it's really fun. You learn things from it. You also bring things from the nursery, and you're able to taste different types of fruits, and that's very important, because you don't want to waste your time in something that you don't like, but you actually, you're growing your own food, and you are going to enjoy it. If you grow something and you realize that it's not as good as you thought it was, it's not as good as some people said it was, and you just wasted several years, because growing one tree, that doesn't mean you're gonna get a crop on that year. This one that we got from Costco, It's a veteran peach. We put it in ground 2 years ago. We got our first crop then. This is the third year, so I'm very happy. So if you get a veteran peach from your local Costco, your local nursery, I would highly recommend that you get it because it grows so fast and the peaches taste really good. And I look forward to this every year. And like figs, we had some figs that I didn't like. Then I went to a food forest and the guy let us try one of his Celeste figs, and I was blown away because I had never had a fig taste so good before. So if you're able to taste the variety that you like, and then you decide you like it, and then you can order it. Another thing that you should do is, if you can, get them now before spring, if you can, or at least before summer. If you plant your trees in the summer, they're gonna enter in shock. And I lost a couple of trees because of that. You know, you think, oh, I'm just gonna water it and it will be fine, but not. We decided that we rather plant it in winter or fall or even spring. But if you plant it in fall or spring, the roots are gonna have more time to grow, to develop, to get stronger. So when the summer comes, they have grown a lot and they're able to fight more the weather, diseases, because you know we're gonna get Japanese beetles soon. We're gonna get so many pests, and if you plant them let's say you plant it in spring, you plant it in the summer, and if they survive, they don't enter in shock. They are going to have a hard time fighting for the diseases, fighting to grow, fighting to get bigger, and you don't want that. So if you can, do some research, order from good companies. One of my personal personal favorite nurseries, or sorry, how do you say this? Some of my favorite nurseries are like Mackenzie Farm for citrus, and they are located in South Carolina, South Carolina. You call Stan Mackenzie, and then you make your order over the phone, and he always ships the trees for you, nice and healthy. Another one is for figs, is Off the Beaten Path, that is in Pennsylvania. Another one is a Starbros, fast growing trees. Those are some great companies where we have bought before. And from Starbros, we actually bought a pear tree that died. And I contacted them and I told them, they sent me a total different tree that I requested, of course, in a couple of months. So I think when I ordered, it was in spring, so they sent it by fall, and I was able to plant it. No hassle. So you want to give your business to companies that will not give you a headache. And the last thing I will say is that if you also pears, that's what I want to bring, pear trees. In my opinion, in my experience, Asian pears are more disease resistant than the European. That has happened in my backyard here. In my experience, we have a couple of European pears that got fire blight and haven't given us a crop, and it's gonna be the third year this time. We got a couple of Asian pears that were doing great. We even got a couple of pears last year, and we just planted them last year. So that is something that you should take into consideration. And I'm not trying to tell you what to buy and what not to buy, but just trying to help you in choosing the right varieties that are good for you, things to take into considerations, things to do, like planting at a certain time versus planting it at a time that it could damage the tree. So that is our experience. And before spring comes, I just wanted to post a quick video and explain to you the reasons why you should do some research before planting a tree. Thank you for watching this video. Hope it wasn't so long, and let me know if you guys have any suggestions of trees. Also, don't remember that if you buy a apple tree, you might need another tree so they can. Oh, that's a hug. I just had a hug drive right by me. Our chickens are in the coop, so they're fine. But anyways, I just want, my goal is that you don't waste your time like we did with a couple of trees. If we would have done some research, I know I would have saved myself some headaches. So just make sure that you buy the good variety, buy from a good company, and make sure you plant at the right time. Do your pruning, check disease resistant, pollination, and all those things. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.